What is up, guys? Welcome back to the SUPES channel. My name is Matthew Ramos, and on this channel I'm to entertain, inform, and inspire using the topic of discussion as always, which is superheroes. So guys, with Avengers Endgame being such a conclusive ending to, the 21 films that came before this movie, it really capped off a bunch of different stories for a bunch of different characters, but it also paved the way for what's to come in the future. And in today's video, I'm going to break down why Avengers Endgame perfectly set up the character of Namor, the Submariner. So guys, before I get into the Namor Avengers Endgame Easter egg, I'm going to give you guys a brief breakdown of who Namor is. Namor is basically Marvel's version of Aquaman. Namor was actually created before the character of Aquaman, but DC has made Aquaman way more popular than the character of Namor. But just Namor is Marvel's Aquaman, basically. The King of Atlantis basically has all of the same powers, and he was directly referenced to in Avengers Endgame, but he has been teased in the previous MCU movies before. In Iron Man 2, at the end, where Nick Fury is consulting with Iron Man, talking about the Avengers Initiative and other different heroes, you see in the background a holographic map that features Wakanda, which is where we got that Black Panther tease. But there is a marked location in the ocean, and this is a direct reference and Easter egg to the character of Namor, who is the King of Atlantis. So it would make sense for his little, icon to pop up in the middle of the ocean. So we do know that Namor is under SHIELD surveillance, and we do know that they know that he exists within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Another important thing to note is that a while back, Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, was interviewed a couple of questions about what's to come for the future of Marvel. He had questions about Avengers Endgame and stuff like that. But one of the important things that came out of that interview was that he said that we could see Namor the Submariner make his debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe before the end of 2019. Now, after watching Avengers Endgame, of course, Namor wasn't in that movie. He was referenced, but not in that movie. And he never made his debut. And I doubt he's going to make his debut in Spider-Man Far From Home. So all the signs are pointing to Namor not making his entrance in the MCU in 2019. But it's important to note because that proves that he's in the conversations over there at Marvel Studios, and they are discussing bringing Namor into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So now getting into the big Namor Avengers Endgame Easter egg. So in this scene, it was towards the beginning of the movie. After the time jump had occurred, Black Widow is at Avengers HQ consulting with a bunch of different board members. These board members include Nebula and Rocket, Okoye, Captain Marvel, and War Machine. So they're basically Black Widow is running down each character, and each character is reporting something that's happening, whether it's in the galaxy or across the world. And Okoye reports an underwater earthquake, and it's near Wakanda, and she reports an underwater earthquake. And she reports how Wakanda, they can't handle that because it's an underwater earthquake. How can they stop that? But this is a direct reference to Namor the Submariner. So in the Infinity Gauntlet comics storyline, there's actually an underground earthquake after the events of, the snap had occurred. And yeah, there's an underwater earthquake in that, and Namor is actually the character who investigates that underwater earthquake. And so I just can't see how this can't be an Easter egg to Namor himself. This also sets up the possibility of Namor possibly becoming the villain of Black Panther 2. I mean, imagine seeing Atlantis and Wakanda going head to head. That would be awesome to see. And from comics history, Atlantis and Wakanda have a very, brutal history in the past in comics history. So that would just be an awesome way to set up that Atlantis-Wakanda rivalry. And with Okoye being the one to report this news of an underwater earthquake, it just seems to be like they're gonna be pointing in that direction. But this is also important to note that Namor is under the rights of Universal Studios. So similar to the Hulk, Marvel has the rights to Namor, and they could feature him in a bunch of different movies. He just can't have his own solo movie. So what better way than to bring him into Black Panther 2, where we could see Atlantis and Wakanda go head to head. Wow, I mean, I'm just looking so forward to the possibility of that happening. And I feel like Namor, after this Avengers Endgame Easter egg, and after all of the teasers we got in the past, and with Kevin Feige confirming that he's in those discussion tables over there at Marvel Studios, that we're gonna be seeing Namor very, very soon. Also, after DC came out with their biggest hit yet, Aquaman, that is now so popular amongst pop culture, now it seems like Marvel would want to rival that. I mean, after a DC announced Batman vs Superman way back when, they also announced Captain America Civil War, which was basically a direct competition to Batman vs Superman. Now, at the end of the day, Captain America Civil War was a way better film than Batman vs Superman, and that is what Marvel did to rival DC. So now with Aquaman being so popular, making the most money out of any DC film, now it seems like Marvel would want to rival that with the character of Namor the Submariner. I mean, imagine having Aquaman in the MCU. People would want to see that. Now Marvel is going to give their own take on Namor the Submariner and try to make him more popular than the character of Aquaman over there at the DC studios. And guys, if we really put this into context, let's look at Avengers Endgame, a 3-hour movie, non-stop, jam-packed with so much stuff, but yet they found a place to put that little seed, plant that little seed, and that little seed will one day grow into Namor entering the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it all makes sense, and I know that for a fact that this was a direct reference to Namor the Submariner, and they are planting the seeds they planted the seed in Avengers Endgame, and this will one day grow into Namor entering the MCU. So guys, let me know in the comment section down below, when do you think we will see Namor the Submariner enter the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.